Okay. Second demo here for the typographic drawing project. If you started this and didn't finish it, or if you were absent, you need to come to Schoology, okay? And go to our typography folder, to this project, and to the demos. If you have not watched this first demo in this folder here, where we talk about warping and distorting text, watch that first, and then come back to this folder and click on that video. If you've already watched that one, you're in the right spot. I need you to download this Kirby here, and we're going to add more steel texture from him, okay? Once you get that downloaded, open up Illustrator and open up this Kirby image into Illustrator. So my example on here that you're getting ready to do, we are just simply stealing the texture or the image from Kirby, okay? If you're wanting to put in your own texture, you need to kind of lay it out behind different areas here. So you may want to lock your text and then place that texture on a different layer. You could open up a new layer right here, call it texture. Whoops. Do that, please. There we go. Texture. And put it on top of everything. Lock everything else. Let's see if I got texture saved here. Thought I did. Nope. Okay. If you're adding texture, let me get some pink texture. Save a little pink. You'll open it up. Here it is. You're going to want to bring it into this image. Make sure it's on that texture layer. And start laying it on different parts. So if I wanted it to be on his arm here, I would have to do what I'm getting ready to show you just with this arm area, and you'll want everything else to be locked, okay? So if you're texture stealing, make sure you're kind of working in sections of where you want that texture to be placed. So if you want this here, you can also pop it back behind it if it's bothering you, it's in front. Only work with this area, okay? Don't do it to all of your text. Work with one area where you want that texture to be at. Okay, I'm gonna delete this layer. We are going to steal, just for time's sake, just our background image here for texture. And I'm gonna go through and unlock all of my layers except that background, okay? We don't unlock that until the very end. Sorry, okay. First thing we want to do is select the text or the shapes. Some of you may have made your letters into shapes, either or both. Text and shapes we want to select. So I'm going to go over them. You should see the path highlighted around all of them there. We're going to go into Object and Expand. And I'm going to click all of it again. Object, Expand. So we want to expand the appearance the first time. Second time, you're just clicking on expand, and then you want object to be checked and then fill to be checked. So I'll show you one more time. First time, we select all of it. Make sure it's all highlighted. Go into object, expand appearance because this guy's not been expanded yet. Select them all again, object, and expand. If you can click expand the first time, do that. If you need to expand the appearance of something still, do that first, okay? Hit OK. All right. Now we just want to double check to make sure that everything truly is expanded as a shape. We're going to go to View, hit Outline. You should be able to see the outlines of your letters here. your words like they are a shape and no longer a text. If you just see a little box around where there's text at, that means you need to go back and hit Object Expand Appearance. I'm going to go back into View and hit the GPU preview to get the color back. Now what I need to do is I'm going to select all of them again. I'm going to go into Object. I'm going to go down pretty close to the bottom to Compound Path, and I'm going to hit Make. So Object, Compound Path, Make. And now I'm going to unlock my background over here. Your text, all of it should be selected, and we want our image. So I could highlight over all of it, or I could hit Shift and add that to my group here. But I want all of it selected unless you are working with adding in your own textures like we just talked about with his arm. Then you would only expand the arm, keep everything else locked, and only do this whole entire thing with that section where you want the texture to come through. So unlock that background image, and now that we have everything selected, I'm going to go back into Object. I'm going to go to Clipping Mask. If you are familiar with Photoshop and you've done anything with masking, you kind of understand the world of a clipping mask. We are clipping something from the back and filling an object in the front with it. So clipping mask and then Make. This is most likely going to pop up for you too. Just hit yes anyways. And boom. So you can see that that texture, our source image, has been stolen and is popping through the front now. Once you do this, go ahead, save this, export it as a JPEG, and then submit it to that assignment for me, just so that way I know you know what you're supposed to be doing. Submit that here. That way I know you got it. You can do it. Okay. Pretty simple. Same exact thing. If you're adding in your own texture, you're just doing it in chunks. Okay. If you have questions, please let me know. Again, super excited to see these. They look really cool. Okay. All right.